Hi, and welcome back to my journey. It's been a little while since I've made a video, so I thought I would do an update. Um, it's kind of like I've reached this new normal of feeling my windows used to last a little longer, or actually just be a little bit wider, I guess, or I don't know what the word is I want, but I think that probably is about right because the water titration is very steady. I'm down to 32.40. So since the last time I did a video, I think, a little over another quarter of a milligram gone, which is cool. Again, not as quick as I'd like, but it's cool. My baby girl, I'm just talking off the cuff. My baby girl is going away on a camping trip for a couple days, which I think this may be true. This may be the longest she's been away from us since she's been born. I'm not sure if that's what that says. I mean, she's had more of a social life than I have, I think, but I'm gonna miss her. So I know that's kind of strange. I'm happy for her. I'm hoping she has a great time, but at the same time, there's a little bit of an intrepidation there. Anyway, going back to the point of this video. Well, I guess this is my journey, so that's part of it. I had said I was going to talk about a few supplements that I use. I hesitate to do that because whether it'll work for you or not, I have no idea. I know since I've been on this more steady decline, and again, yes, it's slow. Some people have commented about how slow mine is, but again, I've been on it for 30 years, and this is it's where I'm comfortable, and I can kind of function for the most, whatever is to whatever the functionality that I have, I can do that then. More than that, and I don't know why. This is my journey. This is what it's taking me to get off. If you can come down at 10% a month, and God bless you, and 20%, 30%. And I've heard actually maybe the more that I improve my nutrition, that may, which I've been really trying to do. I would like to add more plant-based to my diet. I think that'll help more. I think a lot of that's the magnesium and whatever in the leafy greens and that and such. But since I'm not currently shopping, that makes it a little difficult as well. But anyway, one of the things is this right here. I don't know if it'll show up. I don't know how my camera works, but it's Deep Blue Rub. It is by doTERRA. I don't work for them. I don't sell for them. We have some friends, over the years, and that's how we kind of got into using them. Actually, through my daughter's sickness, which I still haven't talked about, we started using a lot of essential oils. But and I'm not promoting them just for them. I'm promoting it because it's the only thing that I found, like for the tension in my neck and my back and my arms, and just any place where, for me, that's especially bad is the tension in the back of my neck and arms. This works. Bengay, other things when I used to play soccer, I can't think of their names right now that I've tried. This just works. It helps me the most. I mentioned last time magnesium or Epsom salt baths. It's getting to the point right now where I'm at with my titration that I almost have to do it daily. If I miss a day, I really do feel it. So that helps. L-theanine, I know a ton of people have talked about it, but L-theanine really, really does work with me. What milligram, whatever, that's, go talk to I take pretty high dosage. I take it before I go to bed at night. People ask about sleep. I also use, and it doesn't have to be doTERRA, I use lavender, and I put lavender in a diffuser. We've used that for my daughter for lots of different things, especially we use it for the whole family now for colds and, sicknesses and whatever, and just... But again, that's something that you can look up, but that's something that we've found that works very well, and it's natural. But at the same time, anyway, lavender oil. I put 4 or 5 drops in a fair amount of water, and I diffuse it at night while I'm sleeping. I've noticed that really does help me get into a deeper sleep. And I know some of you can't sleep at all, so maybe it'll allow you to at least relax. There's some days when, I just kind of feel the relaxation. I'll sometimes put some in the water in my baths, and that will help as well. Lavender really does help. And when I first started using it, the best thing I could use lavender for was for a burn. It worked fantastic. I couldn't believe how well it worked, which is really what kind of sparked me to finally start looking into essential oils, because I had burnt myself cooking. And I remember they had said something about lavender, so I reached into this thing we had gotten. We hadn't used it at all, and I put some lavender in. And I was like amazed at how well immediately it worked. Anyway, moving on. GABA. It's another one. What brand, wherever. I mean, I wouldn't go to Walmart personally and get it, but if that's, but again, I'm not shopping. So if you're shopping, then get it wherever you can get it and get the best, that you think you can get. I would tell you exactly what I'm taking. The problem is there's a local doctor, kind of local to me, that I saw 2-3 years ago now. And they sent me a thing. It was called GABA Boost. And it has l-theanine, taurine, and like glycine. It's one of the amino acids that's calm things down. And it has GABA. The two biggest things are GABA and l-theanine, is the mixture of them. So I would say if you can try them, try one individually, and then if they work, try them together, because that seems to be, for me, kind of the secret sauce. I don't know. I mean, I could tell you it's like 600 and some milligrams per, I think it's capsule. Maybe it's every 2 capsules. I don't remember which. But again, this isn't about my journey. It's yours. When it comes to me saying this, I'm not a doctor, and I'm not a holistic doctor or whatever. So like I said, this didn't even come, he was a holistic, actually it did come from, he's a holistic psychiatrist, which was interesting. And they said that this would help me, because even 3 years ago, even though I was still coming off of, or I think I just finished coming off of my antidepressant, which a lot of you have requested, and I will do, to what I can remember, I will talk about that. Anyway, very quickly, it really helps. I mean, if I'm really feeling like, especially at night, where my vision's really blurry, I'm aching all over, I hurt, my anxiety's through the roof. Take an extra one of those with the l-theanine and the GABA and the taurine in them, and I noticed a difference. So I've started using those kind of where I would take my Valium in the past. I'll take one of those throughout the day, and it seems to help balance me out. Your miles may vary, I know that, but I'm throwing it out there. Anything else that I've used that, there's lots of things. There's these Dr. Wilson branded stuff I'm using for my adrenals, because our adrenals get, beat to shit. And I've noticed with muscle testing, but I know I'm feeling a little better in those areas. And I know some people, anybody watching this may be saying, yeah, you're doing so fantastic, you're stuck in house and you're still, I get that. But I also understand I'm trying to hit a moving target, because I'm coming off of a benzodiazepine. So I'm comfortable with that. Oh, I did see, for those, most of you may know about it, but I guess there's a plant called kava, or I think I'm saying that wrong. I should make some notes. Cantrum, something like that. But it's a leaf. I don't think it's legal here in the States, but people have used it, and I guess it's somewhat of a natural opiate, but I guess at the same time it's not an opiate. Something you could look into, maybe. But what I did want to say was, because my mind's all over the place, is there are titration strips, is what they're calling them. They're out of Holland, I believe, and I saw the first video the other day on them, so something you could look up. Again, I guess we could get them here in the States. I don't know what the process would be. But they actually make pills small enough with Valium, and they make some other ones too. I didn't look through the site completely, where you actually get a strip. That's where they get the name strip, and there's pills for each day. You just open up the thing and you take them. So I guess you discuss with them at what rate you want to come down. Now, the only thing I see is if you're close to them, that probably works really well. If your doctor's really willing to work with you, and that's something, because to me it sounds fantastic. I wish it was something there was local. But again, it's something you guys can look into. If you're over in the UK or whatever, maybe getting them would be pretty simple. But like when I need to hold, because they are a daily thing. If I need to hold, and I had a doctor who would be willing to give me, so I'd have a little extra Valium sitting around that I could, make a hold dose. But other than, I don't know, or maybe just, do it in such a way that, you just kind of keep pushing forward. I'm not sur how that worked, but I'm excited to see that there's somebody, and I guess it's been around for at least a year, maybe even 2. But I'm excited to see that there's, people out there that are really trying to start to help those of us that are going through this. I think that's really all I have. As far as supplements, I'm trying to think what else I take that I know really. Vitamin D I take all the time. I know some people can't. but I've never had a problem with vitamin D, CoQ10. And I did that through, and it wasn't through a blood test. If you look, it costs more, like everything. But you have, I think it's called the red blood. They actually take the serum out of the red blood cells, not from, because your body is always going to try to get to homeostasis. So when you take a serum level, which is just your blood, and you look at your magnesium level and your B12 levels and all those things, your bodies will rob Peter to pay Paul. So there may be places in your body where it's not. But when they do it at the cellular level, and you guys can Google this as well, from the red blood cell, it is that's the test that I had done. And my CoQ10 was down, so I've always, whatever with that. Like I said, I do have the MTHFR gene mutation, so I do, I take a Methyl Protect is the name of the brand, but I do supplement with my methylization. Now, some people have talked about niacin, and actually there's a viewer out there, and if you please leave a comment on how you're doing with the niacin. My only reluctancy to take it is because I have the MTHFR gene mutation. The only thing I know about niacin in that regard is if you overdo the supplements for methylization, you can actually end up having the same problems, and you go into, like, it won't kill you or anything, but you feel really shitty, I guess. And niacin, when you take it, actually acts as a sponge to soak up all those, all the B12s and all those things, the folic acid and all those things. And that's what I understand, again, Dr. Lynch's work. So I'm a little leery to take it, as much as I've read some fantastic things about it for anxiety and depression, because I don't want it to pull away because I am supplementing for my MTHFR, and I do believe that has made a difference. I've seen a difference with my daughter as well, which is where that came from. We found it in her, so of course, my wife and I both got tested. I had it, my wife didn't. So again, your miles may vary on that as well. Anyway, I just wanted to get on here and try to do a quick video, which apparently not too quick. But thank everybody for your comments, for your for your love that you send. I do feel it. For those of you that we communicate through email, blessings to you. And just to everyone, love and light, and I'll talk to you again. Talk to you soon.